Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about top 10 PC games of all time. Now I have ranked these games based on 3 factors which happen to be story, graphics and mechanics, and also know that this list might differ from person to person. So in simple words, this is top 10 PC games of all time according to me. So without any hate and further ado, let's dig in. Starting the list at number 10, we have got Stranding. This game was released in 2019 on PS platforms, but it was not until 2021 that it got its PC adaptation. Now, this game has been visually stunning since then. The graphics are just too good, the landscapes are amazing, the dynamic weather just adds up to it, and the storyline is pretty much interesting and different as well. The game itself is set up in United States following a cataclysmic event which causes some destructive creatures to begin roaming on the earth. Now this game gives us a real different experience than the games that we normally play.
I will shut myself in and the rest of you out.
Shut yourself in, come on.
Guys, coming up next at number 9 is Far Cry 3. Now Far Cry 3 comes from a real big franchise, and in this game you get to play a guy named Jason Brody, who is a party goer, and this guy goes to a sinister island to celebrate his brother's success. In this island, he and his friends get kidnapped, and Jason becomes the only one who escapes this kidnapping. After escaping, you find out that the guy who attempted to kidnap them was the dictator of the village. So now you team up with the entire villagers and locals to fight this dictator and ultimately rescue your friends. Coming up next at number 8 is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now this game comes from a big franchise by the same name, Tomb Raider. In this game you get to play the role of Lara Croft, who is a treasure hunter. The game takes place in the legendary city Paititi of America. In this game you'll be exploring ton of ruins and solving a ton of puzzles in order to find the long lost treasure of the Paititi city. And all along you'll be battling a paramilitary organization called Trinity, who also seek the treasure but for evil purposes. Moving on at number 7, we have got God of War 2018. So now this game was released on PS4 back in 2018, but it was not until last year that it was finally available on PCs. In this game, we get to play the role of Kratos, who is a demigod child of Zeus. Now this guy sets on a journey with his son Arteus to fulfill his second wife's last request that her ashes must be spread at the highest peak of 9 realms. Now this is an amazing game. It is completely filled with action and topped up with real good adventure, and it's one of the must games for all the PC gamers. Coming up next at number 6 is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now guys, Assassin's Creed is one of the best gaming series out there. I mean, just look at the games we got. Syndicate, Origins, Black Flag, Valhalla and a lot more. Now talking about Odyssey, this game is based on a mythological history of Peloponnesian War which was fought between Athens and Sparta somewhere around 430 before Christ. Now in this game you get to control a Spartan mercenary who fights on both the sides, but whose ultimate goal is to find out a group called Cosmos and eliminate. So guys, coming up next at number 5, we got Forza Horizon 5, which is the best racing game out there. It has the most advanced game mechanics and most stunning graphics. You get to drive a ton of beautiful beasts in an open world, and this open world is based on the city Mexico. And it's really fun to drive in this open world. We even got a real amazing story mode filled with real wonderful missions, and it's just too fun to just drive around in this open world.
There you are.
Guys, moving on at number 4, we have got Uncharted: A Thief's End, or also known as Uncharted 4. This game also got its PC adaptation last year, and what an amazing game this has been. In this game you control a guy named Nathan Drake, who happens to be a former treasure hunter. Now this guy gets coaxed out of his retirement by his presumed dead brother Samuel. Now you tag along with Nathan's longtime partner known as Victor, and you both search for the clues for the long lost treasure of Henry Avery. Moving on at number 3, we have GTA 5. This Rockstar game has it all. Amazing story mode, best open world, high graphics, best in-game mechanics, everything. It is one of the most popular games that needs no introduction, but I'll still give it one in case you're a newbie. The game takes place in a fictional city of Los Santos, which is actually based on Los Angeles. You get to play 3 characters, Franklin, Michael and Trevor. Each character has a special ability and you must perform some heists to fight away from your problems. This is one of the most famous games till date, and we gamers cannot wait for GTA 6 anymore. Number 2, we have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, another game that needs no introduction. This comes from a famous franchise. The game is set in a fictional fantasy world based on Slavic mythology. Players control Geralt of Rivia, a monster slayer for hire known as Witcher, and search for his adopted daughter who is on a run from otherworldly wild hunt. We need to battle many dangers and monsters along the way with weapons and magics. We need to complete a lot of quests to gain more abilities. Overall, this is one of the best games out there, and this game is highly addictive. Once you play this game, moving on to another game would be really tough because you can't help but miss this.
You to fight like this.
The Witcher you slew.
Finally, at number 1, we have Red Dead Redemption 2, the game with best graphics, best map, and best story. The story of this game is just too emotional. Developed by Rockstar Games and released in 2018, this game is set in fictionalized representation of United States in 1899. So you get that Wild West kind of experience. This game follows the exploits of an outlaw named Arthur Morgan, who also happens to be a member of Vanderlyn gang. Now this guy must deal with the decline of Wild West while attempting to survive against government forces, rival gangs, and some other adversaries. It has got real good open world as well, and this game is widely accepted as the best PC game till date. So guys, that concludes our top 10 list. Hope you enjoyed my video. If you're new here, then subscribe for more such videos, because I'm gonna make a complete series of the top 10 games. For example, top 10 PS games or top 10 open world games and etc. So yeah, subscribe to my channel to stay tuned. So guys, that's it for today. See you all in upcoming videos. Bye fam, and stay healthy.